After what happened yesterday, political violence once again at the forefront of discourse. Lawmakers now calling out the assassination.
Yeah, so a shooter shot and killed the 31-year-old conservative activist during an on-campus debate at Utah Valley University yesterday. And our WLWT News 5's Aaron Thomas talked with political experts today about what this moment and other acts of political violence say about safety these days. He's live on the University of Cincinnati's campus with more of that important conversation. Hi, Aaron.
Hi, Sheree. So, when you think of college campuses similar to where Charlie Kirk was yesterday, you think of a place where different ideas and opinions can roam free, as well as a gun-free zone. But those political experts we spoke with here say what happened in Utah needs to be spoken out against, and they should not be normalized. The killing of Charlie Kirk sending shockwaves across the country and among Ohio's top political figures from both sides of the aisle.
We've just seen too much of this. We saw the president, a near assassination of the president 2 different times. Now we see just this vicious, awful killing.
As someone who's in politics especially, to see violence like that is just, I feel sick about it.
Kirk was a 31-year-old who built a conservative movement by challenging students to open debates on hot-button issues. The use of violence against an outspoken firebrand highlights a heated approach to politics in America.
It's a frightening time on multiple levels.
UC professor David Niven says such acts represent a turning point. But how did we get here?
Part of how we got here was the rules, the norms, the behaviors that we would have considered acceptable have been pushed and pushed and pushed.
Violence against political figures with prominence becoming more commonplace. In June, a Democratic lawmaker from Minnesota and her husband were killed in a shooting. Last year, there were 2 assassination attempts on President Donald Trump. As for solutions, Niven proposes healthy discourse, using words, not weapons, to express opinions.
If you actually brought people together and got them in a conversation, you can start getting them to identify a little bit with each other. They don't have to agree with each other, but just identify with each other.
Now, Charlie Kirk was taking part of a Prove Me Wrong college tour. He was set to be on the campus of Colorado State next week, and he was going to be at Indiana University in Bloomington next month. Reporting live, Aaron Thomas, WLWT News 5.
Aaron, it really begs the question, are local politicians doing anything to protect themselves, given what happened, of course, to Charlie Kirk and other politicians recently?
Yeah, most certainly. Of course, this is certainly top of mind, and I asked several of them if they feel like they have to withhold their voice, whether it's in person or on social media. They say that, of course, they are concerned for their safety. So a lot of them are taking safeguards, whether it's at their personal homes or their offices. And we're also hearing of different local lawmakers who are basically canceling different public appearances.
Yeah, understandably. They don't have the Secret Service, the FBI, to be protecting them at these personal appearances. Aaron Thomas, live for us at UC tonight. Aaron, thanks so much.